What's up, YouTube? So this has been a long time coming. I'm really stoked to officially welcome you all to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Winstead. I am one of the coaches at Pro Physique, but I'm also a bikini competitor, nationally qualified, former college swimmer, but I'll go over all that in future videos. We're gonna get to know each other really well, but I wanted to officially welcome you to my YouTube channel. So my goal with this is to share behind the scenes looks at my life, my coaching life, as well as share some helpful tips, grocery hauls, answer questions from you guys, and then take you along on my fitness journey. Right now, I'm in improvement season. I'm looking to compete in bikini again next year in 2023. So I'll definitely take you guys along for that ride, but I'll be sharing good details along my journey here, tips, tricks to hopefully inspire you along your own fitness journey as well. So today is Mother's Day, so we're gonna be doing some egg bites that I'm gonna be taking with me over to my uncle-in-law's house to share with everybody. It's one of my great tips that I have for a lot of my clients. When you are approaching the holidays or any sort of family gatherings, I love bringing something that I enjoy, that I know that I can eat, and also that I can track and that fits within my goals for whatever season of life that I'm in. So right now, like I said, I'm in improvement season, so we're gonna be making some good egg bites. So I'll catch you guys in the next clip. All right, so here are the ingredients that I'm using today to make the egg white bites. So we have ham, low fat feta cheese, egg whites, spinach, and a red pepper. So I'll be dicing up the red pepper, chopping up the baby spinach, and then sauteing those over there, and then dumping everything into the muffin pans to cook in the oven. So this is the first time that I've done this, and I'm very excited to make this for our Mother's Day celebration today. And yeah, I'll show you guys kind of my progress here. All right, so we have sauteed the chopped spinach, chopped red pepper, and I added in the ham at the end just to warm it up a little bit. Sauteed that in a big pan here. And then I measured out my cheese in that cup right there. And then of course I'm gonna add the egg whites to it and kind of mix it up a little bit. And then put in the toppings first into the pans, and then we'll add on the egg whites on top. So this is how it's coming. It's looking good so far. All right, so we have the mixtures in the cups. I'm gonna try to do this without spilling it everywhere. But I'm gonna pour in the egg whites now, just to fill in enough of the muffins. So hopefully you guys are seeing this. And I mixed up the cheese along with the egg whites so that it created a nice mixture. And some of the cheese is going to be a lot in some of these, but you get the idea. I'm going to fill up the rest of these and then toss them in the oven. All right, so I just pulled the egg bites out of the oven. So they took a little bit longer than I thought, just because I think I might have overfilled them a little bit. But just, yeah, this is the first time I've made this, so it's good notes for myself for the future. But I will put the recipe below in the description box below, along with the macronutrients. There's about 10 grams of protein per bite, just from the sheer number of egg whites that I used. But yeah, I'm really excited to try this later. And yeah, I hope everyone has a happy Mother's Day. And this is what I'm going to be bringing to our celebration. All right, so the egg bites are done. So now we're all nice and prepared for Mother's Day, for family gatherings. And that's what I like to tell my clients is being prepared for gatherings, holidays, things like that with something that makes sense for your goals is never a bad idea, because you never know kind of when you walk into something, what's going to be there, who's going to be there, so I like, again, being prepared, especially in improvement season as well, because that's the time, where we're building some muscle mass, where we're putting on, some really good shape and size to actually, get us to the future improvement, to the future competition preps and the future dieting phases and things like that. So, your goals matter just as much in improvement season as they do in any sort of competition prep or dieting phase. So, which leads me into my next point, just kind of a mini improvement season update here. So right now, a little bit of background on me. I did compete in 2020 and the bikini division, and I was nationally qualified that year. And so I did two shows. I did the Dexter Jackson in Florida, and then I was nationally qualified, so I was able to do the NPC Junior USAs in Charleston. Both fantastic experiences. I was able to get some really good feedback from Sandy Williamson, who is one of the head judges in the NPC, about kind of what I wanted to work on during my improvement season. And her advice to me was I needed more muscle mass everywhere, which was actually really cool because that means that I could take a nice long improvement season to put on that muscle mass, upper body, lower body, really focus on good intention-based training, as well as fueling my body with really good nutrient-dense foods, have some good flexibility, and all the things that come with improvement seasons. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 years. I've taken a 2-year improvement season. I've done a couple of mini cuts. I did one last year in 2021. And then of course I'm gonna be doing one here, which I'll give you more details on here in a second, just to tighten things up in my improvement season. And so for right now though, we're having fun. And that's the point of improvement season, is to have fun, take it seriously. Obviously, I'm still tracking my food. I'm still hitting my macros, my water, my cardio, my step count, and training super, super hard, but of course with good intention. I have a plan every single time I go into the gym. And so right now we're deep into that, and I put on some really good size, I believe, at least over the last couple of years, to really help me be even more competitive with my next season coming up here. So last time at NPC Junior USA's at the national show, I got third call outs. So I was 16th place. So that is like, last call outs, which again, is fine. I was a newer competitor. That was my third show ever. And my goal with that show was just to get up on stage, get the feedback from Sandy, get the experience of being at a national level show, and then get off stage, build some muscle mass, and then come back even better. So my goal for 2023 for my competition prep is to move up. I have no expectations of going pro. I'm not going to be giving anybody false hopes that I'm just like on the road to pro or anything stupid like that. But I have high hopes. I want to be competitive. I want to win. I want to do my best that I can, but I also want to bring my best physique that I possibly can. And so for me, my goal right now is just to move up. I want to nationally qualify again because in 2020, there were a little bit different qualifications. And so I placed 4th at my NPT Dexter Jackson Classic. But in 2020, that actually qualified me for Junior USA's. And so now though, I have to be even more competitive at the regional level. You have to place top 2 to actually move up to the national level stage. And so that is my first goal next year in Prep 2023. And then is to actually move up. If I do qualify for a national show, I'd love to move up to second callouts. And I'd love to actually weigh a little bit heavier on stage, because that means that I put on some good density. I still have the good conditioning, but are still on the right path and things like that too. So I think that's a very, very important part of this entire process of being a competitor in this sport, about having and setting realistic goals for yourself. It involves talking with your coach. My coach is Paul Ravella. And, he and I had a really good conversation after Junior USA's about what our goals were for improvement season and then how we're going to set ourselves up for that success. And so I love having a plan. I am super type A, and I love that kind of stuff, to where it's like it gives me a goal in mind, because my background is, I was a former college athlete. I swam at Clemson University, go Tigers, and that really set me up for really good success in this sport, because again, it's about those goals. It's about being an athlete every single day. And so it transitioned to me really, really well into this sport of bodybuilding. So that's kind of a mini improvement season update here. I'll definitely keep you guys more informed as I move through this season here. We are planning on doing a mini cut in June and July, just to start revealing some good muscle mass, tighten me up a little bit, and get me a little bit closer. That way prep hopefully isn't as harsh. It's still gonna suck, but I love it. I thrive on the grind. I love everything about prep. It challenges you body and soul. And honestly, that's my why. I love a challenge. I love the grind, the grit, having a goal in mind, giving my 110% every single day towards that goal. And having a strong why is something else that I recommend to my future competitors as well. And even my lifestyle clients, because what we're doing is hard. What we're doing isn't easy. There's a reason why, dieting is hard, prep is hard, even putting on muscle mass and taking an improvement season, it's hard, but it requires a strong and deep why. And my why is all about challenging myself, pushing myself and trying to see what I can do and what I'm capable of. I thrive in that kind of environment. Every time I get hungry during contest prep, I'm just like, yes, let's go. So it's a really exciting time, you know, whatever season that I'm in. And so I encourage you guys, whether you're thinking about competing or you're a lifestyle client, maybe you have aspirations to get into the sport at some point, I think that's awesome. But make sure you do have a very, very strong why. It can't just be for a plastic trophy. It can't just be, oh, I want to show off my Instagram and things like that and get followers. No, it has to be deeper ingrained in yourself. And so I'm going to wrap up the clip here. I've done enough talking, but I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. All right, so thank you guys for coming along with me in this morning of preparing for Mother's Day. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here, but again, thank you so much guys for kind of coming along on this journey with me today and watching this entire video. I really, really appreciate it, but I would love it if you would like, comment, subscribe to the channel, even comment below with some videos or topics that you'd like me to cover in this entire channel. I love taking requests. I wanna, you know, create some really good content for you guys that you like, that you're interested in, that you're engaged with throughout this entire journey. So thank you again for listening, and I will catch you again in the next video.